How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
On behalf of Principal Brandon Bing, Athletic Director Dan Dwenger, we welcome you to Carroll High School, home of the Chargers. In spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at Carroll High School events. Let's support the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans with respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Carroll High School does not permit the use of noisemakers, flags, posters, or signs at CHS events. Thank you for complying with this policy. Tonight's game, the Chargers will verse the Saints of Bishop Dwenger. Now for the starting lineup of the Saints. Number 2 is Sam Michaels. Number 6 is Colin Starr. Number 8 is Chico East. Number 9, Emerson Nico. Number 10, Austin Rye. Number 12, John Barasco. 13 is Brett Harris. 15, Jack Miller. 16, Utah Burns. And 25 is Josh Knightrider. They're coached by Carl Phillips Dorosami. And now for your Carroll Chargers. Number 3 is A.J. Thomas. Number 4, Noah Fleming. Number 7 is Jack Rayleigh. Number 10, Alex Anderson. Number 11, Kuba Ulrich. Number 14 is Colin Slaughter. 16 is Connor Carr. 18, Daniel Frank. Number 23 is Will Mann. 24, Connor Hoot. And your goalkeeper, number 25, Demetrius Lee. They are coached by Raleigh Fleming. This time, if you could please rise, we'll play the national anthem. Right, punchline, gentlemen. Punchline. Oh, good day, can you see lies that dawn early light? Oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the peril host fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carroll High School 2A soccer battle, coming to you from the campus of Carroll High School. Beautiful campus here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. 2A squads. Bishop Dwenger Saints come in 2-6-1 overall, 1-3 in their Summit Athletic Conference, coming off a 1-1 tie at Black Hawk Christian. That was on the 15th. It was a week ago. Fresh legs for the Saints coming into the match against the 6-3-3 Carroll Chargers. They're coming off a 0-0 tie there at Homestead. That was yesterday. SummitCitySports.com did have your coverage there last night at Homestead. It was a defensive battle. Carroll kept coming at Homestead in waves, but Homestead never did bend and completely did not as they made it through their rival match against Carroll. As Carroll comes in tonight trying to get back on the win column as they have a big weekend ahead of them, as they will host Goshen at 10 a.m. They are ranked number 8. And then Concord, it was number 17 in 2A. That will be at 2:30. Right here, we are set. The Saints will start with possession as they will filter back now to the back line. That's Sam Michaels playing your right back slot. He's a freshman, talented player. Sanderson losing the handle. And then we'll get a foul called on him early on Sanderson. First free kick of the match. We do play 2 40-minute halves here in the state of Indiana varsity soccer. Stroud with the free kick, big ball near the top of the box. It's big center back for Carroll, Colin Schlatter. Heads it out, but Dwenger does possess. Ball played in. Veracao, Zimmerman tried to release him, but there is Demetrios Lee off his line, the talented keeper for Carroll. And Coach Clemens wants a big boot. Zimmerman did knock it down. Kuba Olik with the quick touch. Far side to Hoot. Good step up by Stroud, captain. Popped up to number 13, Brett Parent. Up top to Veracao, headed out by Schlatter. Man. Relu, near side. Frank, but Fleming is off just a step or two. Of course, head coach for Carroll Chargers is a longtime legend here in the state of Indiana, Coach Raleigh Clemens. On the other side of the platform here, lead man for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, head coach Carl Dorison. Stroud with another free kick. He'll put it in the box, near it. Just headed up by Olzik. Out to touch to Dwenger. Throw-in coming for Carroll. Chino Eek, number 8. Quick throw into Zimmerman. Another one of the 3 captains for the Saints. Zimmerman, Colin Stroud. Quick throw in. And Austin Lai, the other captain for the Saints. Captains for the Carroll Chargers, Colin Schlatter, Jack Relu, and of course Demetrios Lee. There's Will Mann. Good ball up to Sanderson. Sanderson with the size advantage on Zimmerman. Played it. And Relu can't keep it in. Frank makes a run. Good cut off by Miller. Olzik's going to try to release Hoot, but he is off. Came off the play. 27 is not listed on the roster, goalkeeper number of the jersey, but was announced as Josh Neerater, a sophomore, during the opening lineups. This is SummitCitySports.com, back-to-back nights. Soccer action here in the state of Indiana, city of Fort Wayne. Relu heads it on and then follows it. That's what you need to do, kids. Don't stop your run no matter what position you are. You always have someone to back you up and replace your spot. Got to take the runs when you can. So hard to score in this game, especially with evenly matched teams. Parent's going to try to head it up. Miller comes down to Olzik. Far side to Connor Carr. To the speedy Thomas. Hoot, back to Thomas. Deflected, 50-50. Comes to Zimmerman. As Sanderson called for another foul. Tightly officiated here in the early going. Especially the size difference between Sanderson and Zimmerman. Just a little bump's gonna throw him off his line. And I believe that's what Sanderson was frustrated with there. 35 minutes remaining in the first half. Stroud, big high ball in, very top of the box. Schlatter heads it out right to Sanderson. Beautiful header. A nice turn and go up. Zimmerman came back to help. Left Fleming, Sanderson, now to Frank. Frank has Fleming running down the center. Looking for the cross. Frank, he's gonna play it back to Relu. Relu, now Olzik. He can rip it from distance. He loves to, as a matter of fact. Goes right past Zimmerman. Takes a left-footed shot and just wide left of the post. Saw several of those last night for Carroll. Just couldn't put it in that last third. But there were opportunities, no doubt about it, against that tough Homestead Spartan defense. Stroud back to take the goal kick for Dwenger. As I mentioned, 2-6-1. Bit of a rebuilding year for Coach Dorison. As they play several freshmen out on the pitch, starting 3 of them, and Michaels, Nieto, and Miller. They'll also play Mang Tang. Michaels, he'll look to throw in. Utah Bruins left it. Now Sanderson. Sanderson tried to fit it into Fleming, but had a nice deflection to the corner. But Hoot, a bit of a swing and a miss. Cleared out, but not completely. Olsik plays it. Sanderson, give and go. Cleared out by Stroud. Nicely done. Ericow got a touch. There's Parent trying to track it down. He's just a sophomore. Through ball to the freshman Miller. And rolls out the touch to Carroll. Relu. So we have 33 minutes remaining in this first half. Relu with a quick throw in over the head of Nieto. Fleming looks for Sanderson. Fleming plays nicely, weighted balls consistently. And off is Hoot. Another offsides. And now it looks like we're going to have a substitution. Zachary Kinder is going to check in. Frank finds Sanderson. Sanderson has Hoot making another run. Fits it through again. He's good that time. Stroud there defensively. Turns it wide. Good ball to Michaels. Michaels looks for help, finds it. And Bruins. Michaels up top. Parent. Good takeaway by Mann. Found Connor Carr. Center of the pitch. Good footwork and ball control. Goes around a couple St. players and offsides again for Carroll. That's 3 within the first 10 minutes of this match. So free kick coming for the Saints. This is SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ball played into the center of the pitch. Carr battling, and that foul will be on the Saints. And number 13, Parent, quick restart. Thomas comes out with it far to Hoot. Hoot, that's deflected. Comes down to Nieto, he settles. apparent. And pushing it back, that'll be a free kick. Foul on Thomas. Free kick for the Saints. As Nieto will pop up, the freshman, to take it. 30.5 minutes remaining in this first. SummitCitySports.com brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine. Nieto, he's going to go short to Stroud. Stroud, he's got the big boot. Try to turn on Olzig, but Olzig's there for the defensive challenge. Nieto now for his throw for the Saints. Into Michaels. Another one of the freshmen. Let's start for the Saints. That's taken away. Trying to release Hoot. But Austin Lai definitely had the step. Goes low to Nieto and wide to Michaels. Try to come back to Nieto. Carr broke it up. Now does possess. Connor Hoot. Taken away by Michaels. Nieto. Connor Hoot came back for it. Good ball to Fleming. Fleming and Stroud. Now Fleming takes it back. Farther away from trouble for the Saints. Good ball here to Olsik. They need to switch. They do. Sanderson is coming near side to Relu. Fighting off defenders. Cuts it to the left. Left-footed shot. And a corner for Carroll. First of the match. Just under 30 minutes remaining.
Daniel, Connor who?
Checking in, number 20, Trent Taylor, the junior, along with number 8, Zachary Kinder, fellow junior. Frank out, as well as Hoot, as obviously Coach Clemens did not like the offsides calls, or plays, I should say. Fleming over the head, couldn't get ahead on that corner. Kinder goes wide, good ball to Taylor. Came back, tried it with the give and go. Sanderson tried to poke it. The Olzig couldn't get it. Out to Veracao. Veracao dispossessed by Carr. So strong in the midfield, had an outstanding game last night as that ball played by Relu off the side of his teammate. Now tries to track it off. Relu's very calm under pressure. That right back slot for Coach Clemens. It's out to touch to Carroll. Quick one into Olsik. Olsik. And Sanderson offsides. Another offside call. So Sanderson offside will create the free kick for Stroud and the Saints. 27 minutes remaining in this first half. Most of the match has been played in the defensive end of the Saints. Dwenger comes out of it every once in a while. Can't possess for continual amount of time. That one's picked off by Thomas. A.J. Thomas finds Sanderson, right back to Thomas. Thomas, Fleming, Sanderson. Good talk by Carroll. Here his teammates helping him out. Good play. Came up in the way to Miller. And he skies it. Kinder with the head. Nieto with the head. Olsik. He's going to go wide to Thomas. Good ball, rolled up, nearly a handball. Rolled up on Taylor, just barely kept it in with that back heel. Zimmerman trying to get to Veracao. Schlatter came up to body and then recovered so well. They'll call a pull that time on Veracao. Free kick for Carroll. Quick restart here to Relu. Relu has Kinder with him. Finds him. An overlapping run by Relu. Back to man. Carr. Just missed touch. 2v1 here on the break. That's Parent. Parent tried to flick it on. Goes down, no call. Just outside the box. Best opportunity for the Saints thus far. Broken up at the last minute by those talented center backs for the Chargers. Sanderson. Michaels to Nieto. Olsen came up to play it. Does. And nearly offside is Sanderson. Delayed call. They're going to play it. Stroud. Nieto. Wide. Nice ball to Miller. Miller. That's Veracao. Tries to find him. Just outside the reach. Out to touch to the Saints. Nick Carroll to check in, the senior for Dwenger. So youth movement being played here for Dwenger. But now a senior checks in as Eek. Zimmerman plays it back to him, flicks it on to Harold. That one's broken up. Now Sanderson plays it back to Olsik. Olsik wide to Taylor. Nice defensive play by Utah Bruns. Olsik tried to go right past Zimmerman. Zimmerman with a nice touch to knock it away. Caused the turnover, but right back to the possession for Carroll. 24 minutes remaining in this first half. Connor Carr turns and looks to break in the offensive direction. Finds Kinder on this right wing. Kinder has Relu with the overlap. Tried to flick it on to Fleming. Headed out by Lai. There's Olsik, though, for Chargers. Comes wide to Relu. Good ball. Relu, he'll look to cross. Cuts it back to the left. Plays it back now to Kinder. Relu alone with space. He closes. Ball comes in and played behind the netting for a goal kick. 0-0 your score here at Carroll High School. SummitCitySports.com brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, who is a proud supporter of footwear and area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Stroud with the goal kick. Kinder heads. Back to Eek. Clears it back in the attacking end. Ping pong ball comes midfield. Now settles the Carr. Carr, Olsik. Wide to Taylor. Man. Came up to play it. Sanderson. Nice turn on the ball. Plays it to Hoot. Hoot. Good touch to Fleming. Fleming could make a rip. Has space. Zimmerman. Barely. Almost called for a foul. It's Fleming now. We'll play it back to Man. Man. Tried to turn and does. That foul will be called on Dwenger. And Nick Harold, the senior, free kick for the Chargers. A.J. Thomas will take it. Man will come out of the center back slot to head up to get in this offensive attack to try to put a head on one. Watch for Man. Low ball. Good high kick from Nieto. Carr. Beautiful touch to Schlatter. Near side to Relu. Relu looked for Connor Carr. Carr wanted to lob on that. Good timing. Saw a little bit of hesitation, but that's how well those two play together, does Sanderson and Fleming. Straight up, this is a dangerous ball. Still down on the ground. Kinder took a swing at it, deflected off of Dwenger. It did not from the official. That will be a goal kick. Riley Wilson will check in, the junior for Carroll. Noah Fleming out. Good attack that time for Carroll, but just could not put it on goal. 20.5 left here in the first. Kinder tries to head it back out. Taylor tried to help. Comes down to Kinder. Kinder to Taylor. Taylor tried to flick it to Sanderson. Sanderson, nice juggling act. Taylor tried to head it over the defender. Smart play, but just not enough. Schlatter, Carr. Jack Relue had Carr on a nice run. Just missed him. Schlatter. He'll rip it. Headed straight up by Eek. Comes down to Carr with space, chests it down. Good challenge from the Saints, and they come up with possession, but Carr with the toe tap and the steal. Plays wide. That's Sanderson. He likes to cut it back to the center of the pitch, finds Taylor as they've swapped positions on that attack. As Taylor tracks him down and causes a tough pass, but Nieto's there, fouling the ball once again. So simple to say, hard to do. With the chance for the Saints, right-footed shot, but Lee is there easily for the save. Nick Harold, the sub, checked in a couple of minutes ago with the shot on goal, the first one of the match. 19 minutes remaining here in this first. SummitCitySports.com brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center Inc. Man. Olsen. Thomas looks for Taylor. Rolled up on Taylor. Stroud, outstanding defender. Give and go with Zimmerman. Cuts it back in. Stroud, he can rip it too, as he's going to get a foul called on A.J. Thomas. That's a dangerous spot. 18.5. About 30 yards outside the box. Nieto, the freshman. He's lined up over it, excuse me. Three-man wall for the Chargers. 3 Saints to your near side, 3 down the center of that box. Waiting for the whistle. And Nieto. Ball comes in, played out easily by Fleming. Out to Taylor. Taylor lets it roll. Stroud now will go. Stroud once again, beautiful form defensively to cut that off. Ball comes out, but played too high, was looking for Eek. Throw in for Relue, and the Chargers into Kinder. Kinder. Thomas. Sanderson. Flicked by Zimmerman. That was a dangerous ball, but Michaels was there. Now cleared by Nieto. Headed back in from Schlatter over the head of Carr. Foul called on Eek. Tough call on him. Just went up high for the ball. And not only that, was pretty up and down, straight up. Sanderson, dangerous spot. Schlatter this time will head up. 2-man wall for the Saints. Nieto and Vericow. Watch a movement here on the whistle. That's Sanderson. He's going to put a rip at goal. Look for the top left 90. Couldn't find it. 4 or 5 yards wide for a goal kick to the Saints and Stroud. So a bit of a pinch for Carroll. These last couple goals, just can't squeeze one in between the pipes. 0-0 in their last match last night against Homestead out there at Pat Teagarden Field. And then the match previous, Northrop Bruins 1-1 was that. So not only staying in that tie column. But very low on the goals. Dangerous ball here. Sanderson has Taylor right down the center of the box. Plays it to Olsik. Olsik with the low ball. Beautiful goal. That was really his only shot. I think the keeper would have went to his left where the opening was, but he crossed him one up and went bottom left corner on the pass from Sanderson. Outstanding play from Carroll. Kuba Olsik with his 3rd goal of the season. 1-0 is your score. 15:42 remaining in this first. It's the other freshman, Dang Montang. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that name, but we'll keep calling the young freshman out here. Very talented player. That's number 20 in blue. Here's Sanderson. Sanderson, look at that ball. Switches it to Wilson, but just a bit far. Well, first goal of the match. 15:42 left in the first. Kuba Olsik takes the pass right at the center of the pitch in the center of the box and slots it home bottom left with the right boot. Outstanding play. So we stand 1-0. Schlatter there defensively. Played back in, but there's Kinder. Kinder with good size. Eek. Looks to break out, it does. Lee comes off his line, rolls right past him, loose ball, and played, but just hit the side of the net. Lee came off his line and had to adjust. Well, there was gonna be a collision. Ball happened to roll by, but Relu luckily maintained his run and put the pressure on to cause the miss from Harold. But good chance from the Saints. Down 1-0, just under 14 minutes left in this match, or excuse me, left in this first half. Eek, pressured by Wilson, and cleared out by out to touch to the Saints. Checking in, Lucas Harkenrider, sophomore, does have a pair of goals on the year. Try to flick it on. There's Schlatter. He'll play back to Lee. Lee, big ball out to Wilson. Wilson, good touchdown to Kuba. He'll turn and switch it. Great ball, far side. That's Jake Anderson, the junior, just checked in. Taylor's played some great minutes for Carroll. He checked in early. Olsik left alone, plays a great through ball towards the corner flag to Hoot. Hoot being marked by Michaels. Goes right past the defender, takes a shot, but wide left from Connor Hoot. 1-0, goal kick coming for Nearrider. Now Stroud will take it. 12.5 minutes remaining in this first. 1-0, Carroll on top, Olsik goal. 15:42 here in the first. The only goal and the difference so far. That'll be a push in the back. Good call there on Dwenger. Free kick coming for the Chargers. Schlatter will check up and hit this free kick. Under 12 minutes. Far side, headed straight up. Wilson and Nieto battled for it. Now cleared out by Eek. And he's trying to release Harold. Harold has good speed on that far side. Lee will come up and grab that. Easy ball. Lee with the big boot, one of the biggest ones you'll see in this area, no question about it. Ball comes down, tripped up, but there is an ear reader for the easy grab. And offside is Hoot once again upset. But not as upset as Coach Clemens, I can guarantee you that. Another offsides on the Chargers. Eek. Harkenrider. Frank now back in the game for Carroll. That's number 18 in white. He'll cause that. Landon Staker, Jr. checks in for the first time as Hoot will check out after the offside call. Throw in. He'll look, throw in.
Jackson, check.
Some starters back in for Coach Clemens. Connor Hoot, Noah Fleming, Alex Sanderson. Olsick will get his first rest. He is the goal scorer, the lone goal scorer of this match thus far. Fleming heads it. Just out of the reach of Carr. Zimmerman got a touch, and now a foul called on Kinder. 8.5 minutes here in the first. Nieto, good cutback on Sanderson, and again, it's the freshman, ladies and gentlemen, the Saints program, team of the future. Maltang with the head on, couldn't get it to him. Frank, a dummy little step, that was nicely done. Trying to get Fleming. Fleming with a good turn, and that's got to be a foul. Was it in the box? Looked like it was about a step or two inside the box. Should be a penalty kick, and it is going to be a penalty kick for the Chargers on the foul from Carroll. And number 10, Austin Lai. Alex Sanderson will take the free kick, will take the penalty kick. One-on-one here with Nearrider. Ball will be live on the kick from Sanderson. So watch the rebound. First penalty kick. Sanderson waiting for the whistle. Went strong, just to the right of the keeper, pounded it into the back of the net. 2-0 is your score. Carroll Chargers on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints with 8 minutes remaining in this first. A foul in the box resulted in the penalty kick, which resulted in the goal for the Carroll Chargers and Alex Anderson. Dwenger needs some momentum, at least going into halftime, as we will have just a short 10-minute half here in varsity soccer. Carroll, though, still looking to put another on the board, trying to release Frank on this near side. Eek stepped up. Connor now near side to Fitch. Good takeaway, dispossessed by the freshman Nieto, leaves it to Zimmerman. Nice ball played up. Battling, Schlatter kept it in to his teammate and cleared. Nice defensive play by Carroll, just over the head of Frank. Closed out by Harkenrider, and that will be a foul on the Saints and Lucas Harkenrider. So free kick for Carroll, 7 minutes remaining here in this first. SummitCitySports.com. Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. Chris Cochran on the camera. Free kick for Schlatter and the Chargers. Headed straight up. Good ball because Fleming was making a nice run. He now does come down with it. Slips down but gets right back up. So strong, but Stroud pushes it away. Harkenrider up front to Besessin. And that'll be a foul on Besessin, grabbing and pulling down Fitch. Correction on the Chargers. Now will be Nieto with the free kick after the penalty on this near side right in front of Coach Clemens. Ball comes in to the top of the box. Tried to head out by Relu, didn't get enough of it. Michaels tries to put it back in danger, headed out by Carr. 5:40 remaining in the first. Nieto. Zimmerman. Harkenrider. Taken away by Carr. Good play back by Harold. Harold now with possession. Stroud makes the run and played out by Schlatter. Smart play. Clear it out and fight another day. Carr battles with Stroud. Stroud strongly hangs on to it. Late whistle. Advantage was played, but the Saints still had possession, so I'm not sure why he blew the whistle. Either way, free kick for the Saints. 4:45 remaining in this first. Down 2-0 against this high-powered Carroll Charger squad. Comes in and headed straight up. Ball still dangerously on the ground. Schlatter comes up with it and boots it out. Look at that ball played to Fleming. Outstanding ball. Fleming 1v1. Try to cut it through on Lai. Couldn't. And then a sliding tackle. Foul will be called on Fleming. 2-0, 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Nieto will hustle back there for the free kick. As Fleming looks like he gets a little scolding from the official. Michaels tried to play it up front to Harold. Comes back to Zimmerman. Harold flicks it on to Besessin. Good ball by Fitch to clear it out. Carr, Sanderson, near side Frank. Frank cuts it down. Frank, Sanderson makes a run. Dangerous. Stroud read it, but Sanderson still comes up left foot. Left it to Carr, left it right back to Sanderson, who slotted it in the back right of the net. Went low once again on the keeper, but Carr and Sanderson Some nice touches. Sanderson left it to Carr, who's right at the top of the box, who just laid it beautifully back to Sanderson, who slotted it far right in the goal for the third of the match for Carroll. They lead 3-0 over the Saints. Just what Coach Clemens needed here going into a big weekend against the number 8 Goshen and number 17 Concord. These matches will be played at 10 and 2:30 here at Carroll High School. Both those squads will also be playing at Homestead. Homestead will play Concord at 10 and Goshen at 2:30. That's at Homestead High School. Make sure you head out to one of the high schools, whether it be Carroll or Homestead, this Saturday to see some outstanding soccer talent and teams, some of the best in the area. Restart here to Schlatter, 2:20 remaining in the first. Carr. Schlatter plays back to man. Man flicked it on, but came up, did Michaels, played over the head of Simmerman. Kinder, Sanderson, Stroud comes up. Nieto, good ball. Harkenreiter, pressure by Frank, calls the turnover. Fitch plays it out. Eek, another header, nice and soft, lays it right down at his feet. Tries to switch it far side. There's number 2, Staker. Nieto. Far side. Jacob Robinson trying to track it down. Just enough. Harold. Man, just got a piece of that ball to break up the attack. Now Sanderson and Carroll with 1:10 remaining in this first. Sanderson tries to switch it right to Fleming. Great ball. Fleming tried to leave it to Carr. Kinder. Sanderson wanted the ball near side. Back to man. Now Kinder. Schlatter. Near side. Fitch. Played at the center of the pitch to Fleming again, who drops it to Carr. Swept out far side to Anderson. Played in, and that'll be an easy grab for the keeper. Knee reader. 30 seconds remaining in this first. 3-0 is your score. Kuba Olsik with the goal. The 15th minute. And then in the 8th minute, Sanderson slotted in a beautiful ball. And then once again in the third, 3:04, Sanderson puts in his second goal of the match after a beautiful pass, drop-off pass from Connor Carr. And that's where we will end this first half with your score, 3-0. Carroll Chargers on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. This is SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Summit City Sports brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center, Inc. We'll take a short break for halftime and pick you up for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine. 3-0 is your halftime score. Carroll Chargers on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Chargers came into tonight's match 6-3-3 overall. The Saints 2-6-1, 1-3 in their conference. That would be the Summit Athletic Conference. 3 goals there in the first half for Carroll. First one came in the 15th minute from Kuba Olsig. Second goal came by way of a penalty kick that was slotted in by Alex Sanderson. That was in the 8th minute. And in the 3rd minute, Sanderson picked off his second goal of the match to make it 3-0 on a beautiful laid pass from Carr. So that's where we stand, 3-0, 40 minutes remaining here in this match. Sanderson, beautiful touch by Austin Lai. If he did not, he had Fleming on a break behind him. Would have been 1-on-1 with the keep. Sanderson tries to switch it to Hoot. Just played it too narrow. Near rider. Big ball out over midfield. Frank plays to Relu, now to Schlatter. Schlatter plays it back up to Frank. Now back to Schlatter. Plays back to Demetrios Lee. Big boot. Eek heads it. Rolls right to Bruns. Man tries to track that down as Veracao will let it roll out to touch to his Saints. Bruns will throw, look for Nieto, and headed out for a corner. First quarter of the match for the Saints. This will be Nieto with the right footed out swinger. Now Zimmerman hustles over as they may go short. They do. Zimmerman Nieto laid it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman now looking for the cross, but out for another corner.
Let's go, Blue. Find it.
Short corner again. Now Nieto. Cross comes in. There was a Saint player there, but not in striking position. That was Parent. Ball comes out now to Carroll as Schlatter makes the overlapping run over Fleming. Fleming tries to get it to him, and good break up by the center back for Coach Duracet. Foul on the Saints. Check it on the Chargers. 37 minutes remaining in the match. Far side. Man is there with Relu. They cleaned that up. Now Frank. Frank up top to Fleming. Fleming look for Olsick. Olsick now has Sanderson. Marked by Lai. Sanderson, good ball to Olsick. Olsick with a nice touch and a right-footed shot, just wide right. But a beautiful touch with the left foot to put it to his right and let her rip. But that was started from the Sanderson pass, threaded a needle, found Olsick, but could not put it on goal. An outstanding play for the Chargers. About pushed it to 4-0. As Stroud will take that goal kick. Nieto far to Eek. Eek, he's tripped up by Frank. Ball still where it laid. Ref lets him play on. Sanderson cuts it back. Ran into the referee. Frank just behind Relu on that touch. The ball up top to Veracao. Just heavy on the touch. Relu now with Sanderson. Plays a good ball back to Carr. Who has Thomas with him. Thomas. Who? And that was dispossessed by Rude. Jacob Rude checks into the game. Number 5 made a nice run. Couldn't get it to him. Now they do look for him. Good ball by Nieto, wide to Rude. Rude's going to play the cross in and missed on the head by Veracao for a goal kick, but nice cross from Rude. All right, through the front face of the goal for a goal kick. Good opportunity for the Saints. Just have had a handful this evening against this tough defensive formation for Coach Clemens and the Chargers. Big ball comes out from Lee. Sanderson, what a head to Carr. Far side of Relu. Relu cuts it back. Dispossessed by Dwenger, and here they come on an attack. Nieto tries to go far left. Relu will clear it out, but that will be another corner for the Saints. 34 minutes remaining in the match. 3-0 is your score. Chargers on top. Nieto will head towards the far corner flag for the right-footed in-swinger. Stroud up from the center back. Ball comes in. Man, did it get a head on it for Carroll and then cleared out by Olsig. Quick whistle. And that's due to an injured player down for Dwenger. That's Colin Stroud, the captain. Or Coach Dursan trying to walk it off. Stroud gives the thumbs up that he's all right. But Coach is going to give him a break either way as Eek comes in. .33 minutes remaining in the match. Free kick for Carroll. This is SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center, Inc. Ball played wide. Sanderson pulls it up. Now flicks it onto Fleming. Fleming heads it down. There's the defense for the Saints. Breaks that one up, and a player down for Dwenger. That's Lai. Free kick.
Be smart, White. Don't let him out easy. Be smart.
32 minutes remaining. 3-0 your score. Chargers put all 3 goals in that first half. Hoot. Michael's just heavy on that touch. Fleming settles and shields. Not Oleg. Oleg, beautiful ball to Hoot. Just not wide enough as Thomas comes up to play it. As Hoot was offsides, he'll now come back onside. Out to touch to Dwenger. Throw into Simmerman. Simmerman turns on Hoot. Nieto. Carr with good pressure. Rude comes up and finds his teammate and Brett Parent. Back to Nieto. Rude started to make the run. Oleg, as he has Fleming and called offsides. Very tight call. Could have been more than a step. Several offsides here for Carroll this evening. Nieto. Emerson Nieto, freshman, 2 goals, 4 assists on the season. Along with their other starting freshmen, Sam Michaels does have an assist on the year as well. And Jack Miller also matched that assist, the 3 freshmen that started this match for Dwenger. Good ball play, left to Frank. Frank tried to cross it into Fleming. Relu now still with control and a low shot. Good ball played in by Relu with the left foot. Good save from Dwenger. And Near-Eater. Stroud looks to check back in for Dwenger. Sanderson, great pass back to Carr. Now Thomas. Sanderson made that run. Carr, Oleg. He can rip it from there. Left it to Fleming. Tries to find Oleg, right foot. Try to cut it back to the left. Now crosses in, but Near-Eater is there for the grab. Good play by the keeper for the Saints. Keeps it at 3-0. Hops over the head of Fleming. Man comes up to head it on. Trying to release. De Niro Brinker, the junior, just checked in for the Saints. That's number 17. Looking to throw in there, as they do say that's Carroll's ball. Throw in looking for Carr. Thomas, he'll sweep it up looking for Sanderson. Sanderson now alone. Tried to find Fleming, but just played it behind. Upset with himself. Thomas. Sanderson, he's going to switch it. Great ball, far side. That's Frank. He's got tons of space. It's rude. Ball just hopped on him a bit for Frank and played out to touch to Carroll. A good ball played. Look at the run from Oleg. Save. And then Hoot is there to put in the rebound for the fourth goal for Carroll. 28-17 remaining in this match. Goal put in by the senior Connor Hoot. That's his second goal of the year. 4-0 your score, but that was done from the beautiful run from Kuba. Laid the ball in. Keeper Nereader just got a touch, but not enough. Ball settled right to the foot of Hoot, who slotted it behind the keeper. 4-0. Carroll is rolling here at home. Nieto, Stroud, back to Nieto. Swept out by Schlatter. Rude. Dwenger looking for a little offensive spark. Thomas tried to play it out. Kept in from Brinker. And out to touch to Carroll. Zimmerman got a touch on it, nice. Who stepped up and is down. Gonna walk it off, Rude. Played it in, but there is Schlatter. Out the touch to the Saints. That rolls out for that goal kick for the Chargers. Three-person sub here for Coach Clemens. Taylor, Wilson, and Kinder will check in for Hoot, Frank, and Sanderson.
First time.
Headed back up over the midfield. Now does finally settle. Jacob Robinson now to Zimmerman. Looks up front to Brinker. Brinker leaves it to Nieto. Nieto has Stroud, who's moved up into the attack since Root has checked in. Now leaves it to Eek. Eek puts a left-footed shot onto Lee. Lee does grab the deflection. Now the big ball out, trying to get to Fleming. Michaels does head it, but there's Kinder for Carroll. Man, so strong. Still with ball and comes out with it. And then it's called the foul against Stroud. free kick coming for Carroll. I would assume he still hasn't given us a signal, but there, no, still hasn't, but pretty obvious now what the call is. 25 minutes remaining in the match. 4-0 is your score. Carroll on top. 3 in the first, 1 here in the second half. Relu making a nice run, still with possession. Somebody needs to stop. There's the Fleming and just missed it, rolled up on Fleming. And then he will get called for kicking that on the ground. That will be a free kick for the Saints. Another dangerous play for the Saints. Could have found themselves down 5-0 after that attack. As Chino Eek will take the free kick. Thomas keeps it in, Kinder heads, now to Michaels. Michaels did cover Dwenger early in the year, their first or second match against Leo at home. They're on the new turf at Dwenger High School. As I'll get to that here in a second, because Thomas is making a nice run. Does have help, Michaels. One-on-one with the senior, comes back to Kinder. Kinder leaves it, Oleg, at the top of the box, right-footed shot, and near eater there for the save. Michaels, saw him play more of a midfield role in the early season and definitely liked his form there in the midfield with a chance to play, have touches on many balls, as that foul will be called on Relu, I believe. No, it's not, it's on Stroud. Quick restart from Carr, near side to Thomas. Thomas. Stroud comes up with it. He can attack. Zimmerman, tons of space. Stroud. Brinker, wide, near side. Can he keep it in? He does. The cross comes in, man, got a touch. Oleg settles to Stroud. It's heavy on that touch, but maintains possession. Rolls into the box. Thomas tries to clear out, but Zimmerman's there. He'll rip a shot with the right foot and just high over the crossbar for the goal kick. 22.5 minutes remaining in this match. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. 21.5 remaining in this match. Brinker pops it up. Man heads it now to Kuba. Kuba turns and goes right past the defender and plays a beautiful ball to Taylor, but is offside. 6 or 7 now on Carroll here in the match. Hasn't affected a whole lot as far as the scoreboard, but definitely perturbs the well-respected head man, Raleigh Clemens. Rude finds Stroud, back to Rude. Man there, that deflected off a Charger. Schlatter. Relu. What a touch to Carr. Good hustle by Nieto to break that up and dispossessed. Now to the Saints and near side. Bruns makes a run. Back to Brinker. Brinker tried to play it back to Bruns in the air. Headed by Schlatter. Ball at the top of the box, comes down to Zimmerman, and one times it, and what a save from Lee. One-handed stretched out completely from the keeper to keep the shutout intact here at Carroll High School. Meaty Demetrios Lee comes up with a big save, but Zimmerman played a hot ball, bouncing ball, and volleyed it right on goal in a beautiful spot, but Lee up for the task. The best saves you'll see all season. Now the Saints and Eek trying to keep this momentum. Played up and tested. Lee once again. Chino Eek ripped one from deep, and Lee was there to measure it. Took about 2 steps back right on his line and parried it over the crossbar for the corner. The Saints looking to push this momentum into a goal as Nieto will take the corner. Coach Clemens going to the bench once again. Nieto goes front post. Zimmerman, he'll take another shot. And there is Lee once again. He parries it, keeps it in. Does not. Did roll out over the end line for the corner. Yetel will head to the other corner for this right-footed in-swinger for the Saints. Looking to cut it into this 4-goal deficit. Zimmerman's all alone right here at the top of the box. That goes short again. And that is cleared out by Carroll. Zimmerman. That's Robinson. Noah Fleming. Nice touch to maintain possession. Headed up by Lai. Rude keeps it in. Schlotter's there, and he'll clear it, but deflected off Nieto. Comes down to Stroud. Stroud turns on the defender. Breaker tried to touch it to play it through. Could not. Breaker, good hustle. Maintains possession for his Saints. Now Bruins. Zimmerman. Zimmerman. Stroud, and just off the end of the foot. And Lee comes off the line to grab it. 4-0, 17 minutes remaining here in this match. And Riley Wilson is called off once again for Carroll. .5 remaining in this match. Game in hand for Carroll. Offensive outpouring finally for Coach Clemens. Been waiting for it. I know he has. Good ball to Fleming. Fleming turns. On Parent. Now with space. Goes right past. Cuts it. Eek is there. Good play by Eek. Looks for Brinker. Brinker. Stalls off Thomas. Back to Nieto. Will he shoot? Cuts it back to the right. There's Kinder. Stroud. He'll run after it. Looks for the cross now. Comes in. Far post. Over the head of Robinson. Tracked down by Fitch. And rolls out to touch. To Dwenger. Dwenger fans wanted the penalty inside the box there for the penalty kick. One was called earlier against their squad. Sanderson, that was the second goal of the match, slotted in by Sanderson. Tried to find Bruins on this near side, couldn't get it through. Taylor tried to head it to Carr, but there's Eek. And a foul called on the Saints. Free kick coming for Carroll. .14:30 remaining in this match. 4-0 is your score. Carroll in control. Top of the box, headed by Lai. Zimmerman plays it wide to Rude. Rude trying to go by Wilson. Cuts it back and spins. Nice job by Jacob Rude. And cut off by Wilson. Now Carr. And he's onside. Jake Anderson, what a weighted pass. Dies right before the end line. Back to Fleming. Fleming dummies it to himself and then turns around and rips one on goal. Near-reader's there, just not enough on it to cause any real trouble for the keeper. Near-reader stays at 4-0. That's Nieto wide. Try to go past the defender. That's Fitch. I know we will have a foul called against Carroll. Saints will have a free kick. There in between the sideline and edge of the box. Nieto's going to take a quick one to Zimmerman. Zimmerman, he'll take a shot. But not enough on it. I don't believe Zimmerman was ready for it. Subs in, 3 apiece. .4-0, just under 13 minutes. Fleming, Carr, and Thomas out. Robinson, Brinker. Out for the Saints. Lee, he'll take the goal kick. Booms at about 65 yards, 70 yards. Kinder tried to look for Taylor up front. Good ball, or that's Taylor there. Left it, Anderson, and what a save by Near-Reader, and gets his own rebound. Carroll trying to add to it. That was number 21, Jake Anderson, from the pass from Taylor. Taylor tried to flick it on to Anderson, but Near-Reader comes off his line to grab that. .11.5. Stroud flicked on by Veracop, but there was man. Near side with space was Harold. He played it in. There was Anzini. 22 in white for Carroll. Tried to clear it. Still in. Stroud being marked by Fortmeyer. Zimmerman. Zimmerman cuts it back to the left. Takes a shot. And Lee with another save. Lee been on his game when tested as he skies that ball. Wilson tried to settle it, but that's a tough ball to try to settle in the air on that first touch. Nieto just can't keep it in. Will roll out to touch to Carroll. And 3 subs again for the Chargers as Coach Clemens will continue to go to the bench. Up 4-0 over the Saints. Man, Kinder and Taylor will check out for the Chargers. Great match once again for that center back right there, Will Mann. Zimmerman, nice touch, but Wilson's there. Good burst of speed. He's got fresh legs. Zimmerman may have got away with the grab. Anzini played a good ball, but just off. That was just offsides. Foul called on Carroll. This will be a free kick for Dwenger. 9 minutes remaining in the match. Two-man wall as Demetrios Lee calls out the direction of that wall. Nieto lines up for this goal kick on the whistle. He'll take it. He's going far post. Looked for a head, and that will head out for a goal kick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tomorrow night, I do have the night off myself, heading back out to the soccer pitch Thursday, where we will be at Canterbury for Northrop at Canterbury boys soccer matchup. That's a 7 o'clock kick there at Canterbury High School. Come check it out. And Friday, back to Friday night under the lights on the gridiron. I'll be out at Homestead High School for the Northside Legends taking on the Homestead Spartans. And offsides called again. The 7 minutes left in the match. Carroll in control. As I mentioned, Saturday, these Carroll Chargers will host Goshen, the number 8 ranked Goshen squad at 10 a.m. And then Concord will come in to play Carroll at 2:30. They're 17 in 2A. That is both games played here at Carroll High School. Coach Clemens going to some of the JV now. Nieto had Anderson on him. There's Schlatter. He'll pick it up. Kept in, played up, headed straight up by Austin Lai. Sanderson missed it. There's Ethan Sanderson for Carroll to keep it in. It's number 13 in white, a sophomore. Good takeaway. Cross comes in, looked for Alex Anderson. Ball still there, Anzini, he'll take the shot just wide left as it will roll out for a goal kick, 4-0. 5:45 remaining in the match. will take this goal kick. And that's going to be a high kick on Sanderson. Foul. And free kick. For Dwenger, their next match will be against their rival. That will be on the 21st. That is tomorrow. That is at the Plex against Snyder High School. That would be Dwenger's next match, SAC battle. As Eek Lee is there for the easy grab. Big boot. Good touch. Cuts it back. Now looks for Sanderson. Good ball. Alex Sanderson. Look into the box to Ethan Sanderson. Now headed out. Nieto played just behind Stroud, but Stroud regained his balance. Now Anzini. And dispossessed by Montang. Out to touch. Good ball played, nutmeg. Came up strong. I believe that was Colin Jester. Nieto at the edge of the box, cuts it back in. Leave it back to Eek. Eek's got a boot. He's going to take it with the left, blocked by Anzini. Put back in from Parent, but cannot be corralled by Harold. Will head over the end line for another goal kick for Demetrios Lee. Lee will boom this ball out over midfield. Flicked on, but there was Lai. Sanderson came up for pressure. Looks to Harold. Harold keeps it in and then rolls out just after that first touch. Anzini. Sanderson. He'll switch it far side. What a ball. Still loose. Carroll. It settles and then cleared out by Lai. Sanderson. Sanderson flicks it to Sanderson, but Ethan Sanderson is off sides. Under 2 minutes remaining in the match. 4-0 is your score. Kuba Olzik with the first goal of the match. Followed by the Sanderson PK. And the third win in the first half was also from Alex Sanderson with the beautiful pass from Connor Hoot. Swing and a miss there, a chance for Saints. And this fourth goal coming from Connor Hoot. It came in this second half. So that's where we're at, 4-0. Carroll Chargers have been in control, no doubt about it. Under a minute left in the match, 4-0. Ball comes out, it's cleared. Sanderson battles, still keeps control, and that will be a foul called on Veracao. Sanderson, he'll quickly restart, just under 30 seconds. Urator. Let's get rid of it, and does. Sanderson comes up to play. But what a match here for the Carroll Chargers. Coach Clemens has to be pleased, of course, except for a little bit of offsides. But overall, well-played match for the Carroll Chargers as they regain their form, is coming off a tie, 0-0 tie against Homestead last night at Homestead. So back to the winning ways, putting 4 goals on the board, and they will move to play 2 tough matches this Saturday, hosting Concord and Goshen. This, ladies and gentlemen, has been brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports. And like our page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For Chris Cochran, I am Tim Atkinson. Thanks for joining us here this evening. We'll see you on the next game. Coach, tough match here tonight against a high-powered offense here. They were bound to break through after only scoring 1 or 2 goals here in the past almost month. What'd you see out there tonight from your guys?
I think on the second half, first half, after we played the first 12 minutes really well, and after we gave up the first goal, we were still in the game, and when we gave up the second goal, I think we kind of went down. But I think when we came back in the second half, we have a better second half. We played with a lot of intensity, so hopefully we can build that on that momentum so we can play tomorrow, Snyder.
Yeah, you mentioned that rivalry matchup, SAC battle against Snyder. Bragging rights on the line, as always, against the Panthers for the Saints. But just to touch on that momentum you talked about in the second half, lots of space. You saw yourselves there at the top of the box with Zimmerman and Eek being able to let off some high shots right there. And Lee was tested big time and came up big. Yeah. Is that kind of what you're mentioning and thinking about here moving into Snyder match?
Yeah, exactly. Like I tell those guys, as far as the SEC is out of reach. But right now, every game we got to get ready for sectional, because right now that's the most important thing. So I think tonight was a good game for us to gauge ourselves, to see what we need to do going forward. It's been an up and down season for us, not what we were expecting, but I think that we can build on what we did today, especially in the second half, because we kind of test them a little bit. We have a lot of opportunities. We didn't put them away, and that's what happened when you play against a good team. You miss on opportunities, they make you pay for them.
And you mentioned that you're going with several freshmen, started the match with 3 freshmen. But looking at it as a positive is how I look at it, and you're building a great building block right now with that group that you're getting quality minutes. Talk about that group of 3, and then Maotang that comes in as well for you. Talk about that freshman group for you.
It's a good freshman class. Since I've been the head coach, this is the first time I have 4 freshmen playing varsity. So that's good for our program. That's good for our future. And we can build on that. And I think that what the positive that we can get from that season is the experience. So those guys, when they come back as a sophomore next year, so they're going to have the experience. They know the expectation. They know what we call that, what we're going to be playing, the competition. So now they have the experience, and I think that it's good for them. And we have a bright future. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, not obviously the outcome you wanted. Good luck tomorrow against Snyder, and, of course, good luck in the playoffs, and we'll hope to see you soon, Coach.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, Kuba, great match here. You guys connected once again. You finally got off the schneid, sort of say, here with the offense. The past couple of matches been pretty stagnant for you guys. Finally broke out against a good Dwenger squad, young but good Dwenger squad. What did you see tonight in the difference of putting that in that last third?
Personally, I definitely think that our midfield kind of stepped up. I think we played a little bit more offensively when we needed to, and defensively when we needed to as well. I think we connected a little bit better up top as well. Better touches, I thought. Also, outside in the wings, I thought our wings did pretty well, except for a couple offsides, but I mean, we corrected that a little bit. Yeah, we got some good crosses in from the outsides, including Alex right to my foot. So definitely think we just connected balls better to our feet, and yeah, worked out.
Definitely worked out with the 4-0 win here. Meaty with another shutout. Came up big. It was never real tested until the second half. Talk to me a little bit about your senior goalkeeper. You've been playing with him for a while now. Tell me about what he means to your squad and what he's going to mean going on in the future on this state title run.
I mean, he definitely motivates us for just in general out on the practice pitch or on the field. I mean, he's the biggest guy on the team, so he definitely motivates us to work our hardest. And then he commands the field pretty well out in his penalty box. So I just think that the big guy out there definitely helps us keep us motivated and keep us playing well.
Last question for you here, Kuba. Moving in, you guys got a big Saturday ahead of you here. Goshen and Concord coming into town. What are you guys taking out? What are you disappointed with that you're going to take out as a team that you're thinking moving forward towards Saturday?
Definitely, we are not going to take last year's loss whatsoever. We're going to try our hardest, I think, and we'll play to the best of our abilities, and we'll just see what happens. Honestly, I think we can, as long as we play in terms of how we connected the ball to feet. If we played like that on Saturday, I think we'll definitely be all right.
Well, outstanding match here. Congratulations on your goal and the win. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Alec, another good match. 2 goals you slotted in here tonight. Assisted on another. You had another outstanding match. Talk to Kuba a little bit about finally breaking out offensively. What did you see exactly on the difference tonight's match against Dwenger that you didn't against Northrop and Homestead?
Well, the last 4 matches, we've scored like 3 goals. So there's been a lot of problems with our creativity. I think this match we were able to get a little bit better movement, and we were able to attack a little bit like less direct. And I think that made a big difference. I think that's really where the goals came from.
Now, I talked a little bit with Kuba as well, but take me back to that penalty kick. You got tugged here outside the box. What goes through your head as a penalty kick shooter as you're lining up for that penalty kick?
Oh man, everybody's watching you. It's when you have a penalty, you're expected to score as the guy hitting it. So it's a bit of pressure, but you go into training, you take PKs over and over and over, and it should be just something that it's natural. But yeah, there's always that pressure. There's going to be able to sink it.
Right. Last question here for you. Back to that ball that Connor Hoot laid off to you on your second goal. Tell me about that. It didn't look like you were expecting it at first. Did you see that coming, or was it coming to you and then you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to shoot this ball?
Yeah, I played it into him, and he played it right back, and I was like, wow, I've got a bit of space right here. So it was surprising, but he played a great ball, and his movement to originally get into that space was very dangerous. Completely confused their defense, so it worked out really well. But those are always the great ones. You see it, your eyes get big, and it was good.
A great match here for you tonight, Alec. Good luck Saturday against a couple great squads.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a good one.
Thanks. All right, Colin, obviously not the outcome, what we talked about here, tough Carroll squad. Talk about a little bit about your year this far as a captain. Obviously not the type of year that you want to go out in, but moving positions around. And tell me kind of your mentality of this year.
Mentality? Well, so far this year, we've had a young team. We have 4 freshmen on varsity, and we have a couple sophomores, and so we're young, and we're playing well against these top teams that have strong senior classes, but we just aren't getting the results we're wanting. We're getting close, and then we kind of fall apart late. And I think that we just showed a lot of promise all season. I think we have the chance and the potential to put it together for sectionals. Just hope that we can come together as a team and get it done.
Yeah, you mentioned that potential in the 4 freshmen. Outstanding skill that they have. You've been around a lot of good soccer players in your day, but I can imagine that freshman class is a pretty special one here for the Saints.
It is. Yeah, they're a strong group of people, and I'm a junior actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have next year with them, and I'm excited to keep playing, keep building on what we have, and hopefully get some wins next year.
Well, thanks for the correction. I'm even more excited now. So Colin will be back next year with the freshman and the sophomore, looking to captain again. What are you guys taking out tonight? You got your rival tomorrow night. Doesn't matter what the records is. You throw them out when you're playing the Panthers. What are you guys taking out to go against Snyder?
We're just taking out the good stuff, the opportunities we had. Just keep doing that and take it against Snyder and get the win against them, big rivals.
Good luck tomorrow against Snyder.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Colin. All right, Coach. Finally broke out after about 4 matches here. Put 4 on the board. What'd you see tonight here in the difference?
Well, they're a good team. They were playing a high line. We were having trouble getting offsides called on us early on. But once we settled in and got that adjusted, we got finally got Noah going a little bit, and that helped. And we just got some chances and finally finished them.
Yeah, those finishes were outstanding, by the way. Kuba, that ball played in by Alec, and then the PK, and then the ball left from Hoot to Sanderson. We talked a little bit to Alec. He wasn't really expecting the ball to be played back to him. the chemistry just looked like it was on par here tonight. Is this kind of where you need to be going? Big weekend against this Saturday against Goshen and Concord, and then into sectionals here soon.
We have a big weekend coming, but that was our problem. Is well, last night you saw us. We weren't on the same page, and all that. We talked about we got to work together, move the ball quicker, and the other thing we talked about was the guys wide. Connor had a couple chances last night where we were wide and we didn't get the cross in, and we discovered, hey, if we cross this, good things can happen.
Yeah, definitely good things did happen tonight, up 4-0. What's the negative you're taking out here to try to push the kids to keep their heads in it? Hey, we got a talented group that we're playing against twice on Saturday here.
Oh, no doubt. Well, we have a couple things. I mean, Goshen pretty much mauled us, so that should get us motivated. And we still, we got the shutout tonight, but we were still making too many mistakes defensively. They were getting behind us, so Goshen will make us pay for that, and Concord both on Saturday if we make those same mistakes. So there's never a shortage of things to work on.
Well, congratulations tonight in the match. I know you want to get back on that offensive end, so congratulations on that. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you. We'll need all the luck we can get Saturday. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Raleigh.